And we're back, broadcasting live in Las Vegas, Nevada at the CES. It's the O&A virus spreading across America. We got the girls from the Playboy channel coming up in a few minutes, Anthony. Julie and Tiffany. They do a great job on that channel, man. I think it's Florentine's favorite channel on XM Satellite Radio, right?
Yeah, he likes Playboy very much.
Really? Well, he likes it because, you know, he's driving to a lot of gigs, and didn't you tell me he has to bring tissues in his car just because of that channel?
Yeah, he said he's actually pulled over and whacked his bag because he which I kind of respect.
We'll have to bring it up to the girls face to face. And when we get back, we got to talk about the Michael Jackson story. Maybe we can talk about that with the girls from Playboy, see if they got any chops.
Chops on the Michael Jackson story?
Yeah, it's a sex thing, kind of, and that's what they do on Playboy Radio, I think, when they're not reading erotic stories. Right?
Yeah, I've only listened to it a little bit, but it's actually very hot, what I've enjoyed.
Dan from Wisconsin has a problem. Let's say hi to Dan. Dan, what's up?
Danny.
Dan, we got you?
Yeah.
Hey, Dan, go ahead.
Julie and Tiffany aren't there yet, are they?
No, they're coming in a second.
Why are you going to bash them?
Because their show is lame. They offer lame advice, and I feel sorry for anyone who has to pay $4 a month for their show.
It's $2 a month.
$2 a month? No, it's $3.99 a month.
Oh, is it?
Oh, so you don't like their show? I like their show.
I've heard of it, I liked it.
Some of their advice is so lame. And if you listen to some of the guys who call in asking for help, you know, they just pull whatever out of their butts, you know.
They're pulling stuff out of their butts, and you don't like that?
You sound like a guy who's an expert. Maybe you should give advice.
Julie, this is a horrible way to meet, but this guy doesn't like your show.
Whatever.
He's like, I don't like
He's like,
show.
did you think for the tsunami?
Sir, what's an example of advice that you think that was bad? Maybe the advice was good.
She's got a problem with butt hair. This guy calls in and he's talking about butt hair or whatever. She's like, shave it off, you know. No girl deserves to go through that. But his girlfriend or something says that she actually likes it.
Don't shave it, just trim it.
Yeah.
Hello. Can you imagine shaving your a-hole?
No.
Prickly when it grows back?
Ooh.
Just keep it trimmed. I mean,
Like
we're going to
you're
live
holding
around there. We don't want pubes, you know?
Like you're holding a pincushion between your teeth.
Exactly. It's no good.
Dude, there's something to be said for a smooth hiney, and I'm not just quoting the Michael Jackson article again.
Which we really got to get to in a few minutes here. All right, well, Dan, you don't like the show. There's plenty of people that are enjoying them.
You know what? That's why XM has over, 100 stations?
Right.
Just
Yeah,
like
there's
another
only one that gives you a rod each time, and this one doesn't do that, so I don't think
This
you're
guy,
doing your job.
in this guy's defense, he sounds like a very exciting guy that probably needs a lot more. Let me tell you, it just seems like your advice is shut up.
Give me a break.
Well, what do you find exciting then?
I like the sexy stories.
All right, so so you like their show then? You like that segment of their show?
That's not part of their show, though.
Well, oh well.
Well, they do a different type of show. What do you want to do, just whack your bag 24 hours a day on the station?
The guy didn't like ass hair advice, and he's freaking out about it?
I want to know what he would like us to talk about. Like, what's sexy to you?
Well, yeah.
Besides sexy stories, give us some of your key.
Well, it's kind of hard to be sexy on the radio, and sexy to me is like sexy stories. Give us some of your past stories of...
Why don't you give one, she's saying? Why don't you say something that you think is sexy so they'll have an idea of what it is
what do
you're
you
looking
find
for?
I
like
what do you find sexy?
Done with her boyfriends in the past.
How about you say something?
What do you like to do?
Go ahead. Give the girls a sexy story, sir.
A real one.
Well, I'm an 18-year-old boy, and a couple of years ago, I was with this girl, and her parents really didn't like me, so I would take her to the woods and do things with her, do oral favors. And
how many years younger than you is she?
3.
All right.
Are you wanking off right now?
No.
Sounds like it. He's out of breath. See, I think you're weird. Like, you're actually jacking off to Opie and Anthony, and you don't like our
That's
show.
why he doesn't like us. He's
All right.
I think he's gay.
I want to hear his erotic story about last prom night. Well, I was home alone, whacking off with a...
All right,
Hey,
Dan,
don't
you don't
laugh
like the
about
show.
that. Come on. I know you were doing it too, Jimmy.
Believe me, I know I'm a zero. I just don't criticize hot chicks because I didn't give the advice I wanted them to give.
Aww.
In the woods with a girl, and I hit her in the head with a shovel.
Right.
And buried the body in a shallow grave.
Who's more exciting, Dan from Wisconsin or Super Agent Bob Eatman?
Oh, I think that is Super Agent Bob
This
Eatman.
might be.
I don't like your show. You need new representation.
He's mad because you wouldn't tell him how to dig easier in January when the ground is frozen.
All right, Dan. Thank you.
All right, bye.
Bye,
I
fella.
know.
Well, that's a bad way to meet each other. I'm sorry,
Well,
girls.
it's okay.
You know.
We like
tool.
critique. We like to hear all.
Absolutely.
Give it to us.
Of course.
That's Jim Norton, and
lovely.
his friend Jim Florentine thinks you guys had the best show on XM Satellite Radio.
Oh.
We'll go from one extreme to the other. He does whack his bag when he's going from,
Oh, yeah, he has.
from
Does
gig to gig because he's a comedian and he's driving all over the East Coast and he turns you guys on and he has like Kleenex right on the dashboard, right?
You ever listen to Crank? You ever see Crank Yankers on Comedy Central?
Yes.
The retarded puppet special ed. Yay!
Yeah.
He whacks off listening to you.
All right.
Yeah, that's right. He does
so
the voice.
cool.
I love that.
I'm honored. Tell him I'm honored. Truly. Very cool.
Truly.
Did you guys like your signing that you were doing before?
Always.
Sure.
I mean, an hour.
Why
Come
are you
on,
laughing?
come on.
Why are you laughing?
Be honest.
No,
They were a
see.
little creepy looking.
No,
They're not
see,
here anymore.
you
can
haven't been
talk about
signing.
them.
You have never signed over on the adult side.
That's creepy.
They're all kind of sweaty and drooling,
Ew,
you know.
yeah.
So
Really?
they're
Yeah.
very well behaved over here.
So that was a treat for you guys?
Absolutely.
This was
this
lovely.
is
Wow.
easy.
Nice clean suits. Not
Uh-huh.
like aftershave. Today, later is the ugly side.
They look like a Megan's Law photo op. That's the worst group of people I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, really, the adult side is a little sleazy.
Have you guys checked it out at
Oh,
all?
yeah.
Well, Jimmy has.
I
Yeah,
mean,
we're gonna head over there.
I
Take
mean,
a look.
you got to go today, I hear.
Yeah,
It's
the
like
insanity.
Vendors
Today's
only
the day?
yesterday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
today and tomorrow will be insane.
We're
Yeah.
doing a show from there tomorrow, so it's
Oh,
gonna be a
you'll
lot
see.
of.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
you guys are broadcasting, right?
Yeah.
Today from 2 to 5.
Okay, and then tomorrow we're taking over your spot, I guess.
Yeah,
or
there you
whatever,
go.
in a couple hours.
How's it hooked up? Where are you? There's a lot of traffic there, a lot of
Lots of
fun people
right on the
passing
walkway.
by.
No,
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
the time when you guys are there, it's like shoulder to shoulder.
Really?
It'll
Yeah.
be so crazy. You can't even get through. From where you guys are to the front entrance might take you about an hour just to
Oh
get through the
my
crowd.
God.
Seriously.
How exciting, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this is quite the setup here.
Yeah.
Nice and peaceful. You kind of have to scream over there.
You do?
Yeah.
Can't hear.
No.
How long of a show are we doing? Only 2 hours, I think, right?
2 hours.
Just 2 hours.
Yeah.
Pretty
Another
good.
2-hour
Pretty
throwaway.
good.
Yeah, we're just doing throwaway
The
shows.
visual is really nice. There's a TV screen directly across from where you guys will be that's showing
1970s.
vintage porn.
Yeah,
Oh,
vintage
really?
porn.
So
Nice.
lots of bush.
Vintage- oh,
lots
lots
of
of
bush.
big, thick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
70s porn mustache.
Uh-huh,
with
uh-huh.
Full effect.
The pork
Yeah.
chop sideburns.
So it's a nice visual right across from where you are.
Is it true you were the first one to do anal?
Ever?
Contract.
Ever.
Wow, you're
Well,
cool.
I invented it, yeah.
You get a nickel every time there's a prison rape?
First one contracted to do anal on film or something like that?
I
I
could.
invented that, Robin.
Yeah, she was that girl.
Yeah, I was one of the first, A talent to do it.
How does someone come up to you and go, well, look, this is what we want you to do?
Just
I mean-
like that.
Really?
Yeah.
And what was your first reaction?
Ouch.
Because now it's it's in every film, but back
Yeah.
then you got to think, whoa, this is a little freaky.
Back
right?
when?
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
Oh, gosh. 10 years.
What was-
10 years
What was your
ago.
whole name in the film? I didn't know. I didn't
Excuse
know,
me?
What was your
Anal
your
celebrating its 10th
Julie
anniversary,
Ashton.
Anthony.
Oh, Ashton. Okay. I didn't
Yeah,
know.
Ashton.
Devil and Miss
Happy
Jones.
birthday, Anal.
Happy birthday, Anal.
You do the devil in Miss
Blow
Jones?
this out.
Yeah, yeah. So, I like it in my private life,
Yeah.
so
Oh.
I didn't mind.
What about, we had a girl yesterday. This was interesting.
Yeah,
She's
hello.
like 22. She's been in the business 7 months. She's done 220 films. She's worked
every
every day.
single day,
Sometimes
all
twice.
anal.
All anal.
Wow.
You should see her. You guys should see how she
Well-
stands. It's so scary. She can't even stand up.
Oh,
like
my
she's like
God.
pygmy body.
Yeah, she's like arched all weird and like it's kind of crazy.
What does she do in the off season? Smuggle bales of marijuana?
She's a mule every day.
Every
day.
So her and her boyfriend only do vaginal.
Because that's
she
more
does
intimate.
anal. It's more intimate to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to save something for the boyfriend, right?
Exactly,
Something
you
for the
know,
boyfriend.
something.
Who was the guy your scene was with when you did it? Do you remember?
The first
anal scene. Contracted.
No, I don't know.
Really?
10 years ago. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Who were you banging 10 years ago?
Probably the same person I am now. Me. Hey, do you know Paul Thomas?
Sure.
I want to get him on the air someday. He's like a
Who's
legendary.
Paul Thomas?
He's a legendary porn guy. He's been around for 25 years.
Vivid director.
He's a great director, and he's actually was a very fine actor. But he's
Could
actually
you stop
with the
saying
fine
great
actor.
No,
director?
because no,
He's
in
a great
that
porn director.
time,
He's great.
no, the time that he came up is when there was a big strike in Hollywood. It was an actor's strike, so a lot of really good actors, including Paul Thomas, moved over to adult because they couldn't get work.
Jamie Gillis can act
Jamie
too.
Gillis, Randy Spears were mainstream actors, and then during the strike, that's when they decided to start doing adult because they had to pay their bills.
Well, Paul Thomas is notoriously one of the biggest perverts, and you wouldn't know it from his movies, but off camera, he's notoriously one of the
How did you find that out, fella?
Other people. Well, you notice I walked in with a limp. No, he was up. He's actually just, I know people that know him, and they said that he's the biggest freak in the entire business. I'd love
He's
to hear
in Jesus Christ Superstar, the movie.
Is he really?
Yeah, cool.
Really?
Wow.
How about that?
That's
A
free.
little bit of trivia.
Kind of a real credit. All right.
Jim knows all of them. I mean, he was showing me his pictures yesterday. He's like, "This is Buttman. He revolutionized the whole business."
He did. With the camera work he did. He was pointing the camera work. He was
I
fantastic.
just watch the films and enjoy them.
I know.
I don't know
pretty much watch
critique.
until you
what's going
you
on
finish.
behind the scenes.
Watch until you do your money shot, and then
I watch 10 minutes at a time.
click.
That's what people do.
So, George Wallace is here. Thanks, Ben.
Oh, cool.
Went for a walk. He'll be back in 10 minutes. Thank you. What's the hot thing to do in porn now? I mean, back 10 years ago, the anal thing was starting
Right.
up, but
Well, now, where, you know, you got to be
It's
more and more.
freak show.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
double
Freak show.
anal. Hello.
Double anal.
Excuse me.
Oh, right,
I
right.
like pink eye videos, where the guy blows his load in their eyeballs. They hold the girl's eyelids open.
That's a nice one. Yeah.
That's hot
Are
right
you
now.
kidding me?
No.
That's the truth.
It seems to be a little pain.
The swallowing goldfish and then
You love
6
that one.
loads of cum and then you throw it up and then
eat it
back
again.
up.
these are the hot things today.
Yeah,
I think.
this is what's
you know,
in.
This is
I know you're getting turned on just thinking about it, aren't you?
That's great.
Yeah, why is it going to the freak show route?
Why?
Julie, I'll let
Is
you
it because
answer
there's
that.
so much out there?
I think the
Absolutely,
extreme
it's volume.
reality show thing is kind of filtered into the
Everything.
adult.
TV is extreme.
world, so,
Everything.
yeah.
Life is becoming extreme. You've got to keep pushing or else you're going to get ignored.
Yeah.
So,
But
you know.
there's nothing sexy, and I'm a pervert.
Absolutely not.
But that's like degradation. I mean, look, I've been used as a toilet. What fella hasn't? But eat goldfish and throw them up. I mean, it's just,
Right,
who
well,
can
with
get off of
jizz,
that?
with the load.
Oh, okay, I stand
So
corrected.
that makes it hot.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
what about pregnancy videos?
Those are big.
right now, too, like pregnant women lactating.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Do you think that's
Nothing.
sexy?
Does
There's something
nothing.
for everybody.
Yeah.
No,
Sunset Thomas used to do that when she first got the.
Does
really?
nothing.
Yeah.
We go way back with Sunset Thomas. No, I mean, to see a pregnant woman is kind of a turn on, but the whole lactating thing and all that, nah.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
You do like the Prego videos, though. He has a little bit of this.
No. It's
Yeah.
not, no, it's not about,
Why?
watching them bang. No. Just seeing a pregnant woman on the street is sexy to me. Yeah.
You mean on the street or walking?
Walking, I should, yeah.
Walking
Seeing
the
one
street.
under a delivery truck.
Him and Scott Peterson
Jim's into
in a
like-
rowboat.
Jim's into the golden showers and even worse.
No worse.
Scat?
No. If it slips out, who's
He's a
looking?
scatter.
Oh, really?
He's
You're
into the
dirty.
scat.
No, I'm not. If it happens, I just don't want to embarrass her by saying anything.
Have you had it happen? We had a girl that pooped on our show.
Really?
Yeah, when
In
she was
studio.
squirting. In
Yeah.
We had to
studio.
throw the chair away.
Why she on the chair?
She pooped
Yeah.
the
What, she
chair.
sneeze?
She
No,
squit.
She squit. She
What's
was
that?
squirting and shit at the same time.
Squid. Anthony,
Didn't
squid.
know it had a word.
She
Everybody.
squid.
Yeah, now you learn. So it's educational programming
She's a
today.
squitter.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's making our cherry darts thing seem
Oh, I
pretty
know.
pretty low
Squid,
key.
Please.
Yeah.
She's like,
We're gonna have
she's
to
like
do a radio
famous-
show with you guys.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to combine the two shows for a
Absolutely.
day.
Absolutely.
But he lays down plastic and everything.
Yeah, sometimes.
Really?
A little GS. Yeah.
So you're into it.
Sure.
Do you have a regular pisser?
Yeah.
You
yeah,
do?
regular.
See, Julie, are you into that?
what?
I like
the
peeing
golden.
in
No.
the shower.
No.
No, I don't use the shower.
You
No.
like it all over the place.
No, just on me. I mean,
Oh, how about the polar bear? This is a good one. She goes out and she lives up in the, super cold, stands outside until she can barely take it anymore. She's so frozen.
Yeah.
Comes in, lays in the bathtub, and he pees on her,
And it
the
steams.
steam coming up gets her off.
You got to try that. That sounds
Yeah.
like you.
No, that's
That's her king.
What
Weird.
the
Is that weird?
hell is going on?
I don't like any fetish I can only satisfy 6 months out of the year in Alaska. There's no reason.
I thought she was going the necrophilia route.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No,
I was getting scared. But
No,
hey,
no,
it had a
it's
nice
not that
ending. eh?
gross. Come on.
It had a nice ending there,
The
right?
steam,
Yeah.
which must just smell like a subway.
Are you
It
into?
wafts
So are you
up.
into the squirters?
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
I've only had one in my
Yeah.
life that was real. Yeah.
That was real.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I knew that's what
Yeah.
you did. Yes.
This girl. Can we say who it is? Cytheria.
Yeah, I just got a video.
Whoops.
I just got a
she's
video
the
of her.
squirter.
Yes, she is.
Again,
Big time.
Jimmy knows all the
Yeah.
names. Oh, I just picked up the video.
Yoshi sent me one. He wrote Cytheria on the thing because I'm into that. He
She'll
sent
be
me.
there
She's great.
today.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's lovely.
It hit the entire wall.
Yeah.
Got all over the equipment.
In our studio. Like the glass
Tsunami.
on the control booth.
Our boss right now is looking on, very proud of us. No, boss,
my
we'll
God.
keep it G-rated for everybody. No
He said
problem.
PG rated. We're
PG.
just
We haven't said any bad words.
Oh yeah,
This
we
is
haven't
XM.
we haven't cursed.
Yeah,
No, of
Kevin
course
Kennedy's on. We talk baseball, and then the
Now
Playboy
us.
girls are on. We talk about sex.
Yeah, that's what we do on this program.
And then you got George Wallace.
And then George Wallace will
You know?
bring in the funny.
Yes.
He'll
There
be
you
back.
go. It's
So,
all good.
and what's up with the drill dough thing? We had a girl do the drill dough on our show.
Oh, the fuck machine you did.
See,
studio.
watch the words, T.
There's
What?
the
What
curse
do you mean
word.
watch the words? Oh, we're not allowed to say them?
You can say whatever you want.
Oh, I'm so
Technically,
used to
we're
XM.
allowed, but
Okay, sorry.
no, we are XM.
Okay.
Yeah.
Technically, but because we're in
Sorry.
front of a live audience
Sorry,
today,
everybody, cover your ears
there are
out
certain
there.
people that think we
Sorry.
should probably keep the language.
Okay, so the
That's all
drill
right.
dough machine,
Right.
you did that.
Yeah, we had that in studio.
You like it?
It's not very intimate, there's no hugging, kissing. It's just
We had this audio of one of our listeners doing the drill dough to his girlfriend, and we play it a lot.
She was screaming like she was.
It was
being
unbelievable.
Just
So then our
hacked to
listeners
pieces.
decided to start making more like drill dough type instruments. Tell them about the one.
Oh, the
that
latest
went
one we
horribly
got
wrong.
was a sawzall, which is a reciprocating saw.
we had that on
Yeah.
Playboy TV.
Yeah.
You did?
We
Yeah.
didn't have our
Yeah.
version,
But not our version, because this guy
Really?
made it at home, and he took a dildo and glued it on a sawzall blade. Now, if you've ever seen a reciprocating saw, it's pretty much just this handheld device with a saw blade that goes back and forth
Sure.
that sticks out of the front of it.
Yeah.
You can cut anything with it.
Yeah.
He just put the dildo on the saw blade and glued it there. So as he's using it, thank God not on a woman, he's just kind of doing it in the air, the
It came
blade
off.
came flying right out of the side of the dildo.
No.
And
Awful.
we're just thinking, boy, that would have looked great in the newspaper. Opie and Anthony, once again, now they killed somebody
Oh,
with a
my
drill dough
God.
device. Yeah, so we don't use that
Yeah,
one.
watch out for
No,
homemade
be
sex
careful.
toys.
you heard what happened to us, right?
Yeah.
The sex at St. Pat.
Yeah, you're bad boys. We know
Yeah.
this about you.
Yeah.
Bad. That's why you're here now on XM. It's good though.
evil.
It's good
Beautiful.
for all of us.
We love
Good
it.
for all of us.
So we know
Wow.
now your background with the anal thing. But
Yeah.
what's your background and expertise?
You're not a porn star, right?
No, I'm just a big mouth. I'm really not an expert. I'm just
No.
a chick with an
She's
opinion.
like in this
Okay.
gray area,
Yeah, I'm in the gray area. I'm right on the cliff of
TNA.
everything.
She shows stuff and
Yeah.
You know, I'm
You know.
Playboy girl.
Oh, nice.
But
Okay.
I don't,
Yeah.
I don't take it
You
up
know,
the ass
boobs.
or anything. Yeah. Boobs, I'm boobs.
Yeah.
I'm that
Boobs,
chick.
ass, right?
And you give advice to
I give
people
advice.
that call
Well,
up?
as myself, like here's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
I'm not judging you. It's just my
Yeah.
opinion.
And
that
I'm
you're a
totally
pig.
surprised that he doesn't like.
I do that a lot.
I'm surprised that guy doesn't like it because we give such man advice. We're really like, you know what, guys? If you want sex, take it.
Right.
We do.
From
we
your,
get-
not from like the
That
girl
didn't
down the
sound
street.
good.
I know, I didn't mean it that way.
You want
I'm
sex,
not
just
advocating
take
rape.
it.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like, if you're in
Well,
a
there's a
relationship,
lot of guys out there that want sex, so
That's great. If candy
No.
doesn't work, buy a hammer.
Yeah.
I'm saying in a relationship, you've been married for 8 years and she's not putting out. Come on, she's your wife. She
Step
owes you.
up.
You
yeah.
bet she does.
It's her
Ooh.
job.
Yeah, it
There
is.
you
You
go.
know? I mean,
you could
you
always
ha-
take her fishing later.
Wow.
You have to take control of
Right.
the woman.
Situation,
We like that.
absolutely.
We actually
and you've
like
heard
that.
it all with this show of yours, huh?
Yeah.
What was the craziest thing you heard that some guy was into?
Oh, Ted likes to put Q-tips
in his wiener.
in the
All right. Hold the phone.
with mentholatum as lube.
As lube. That's right.
He calls in with that going on.
Yeah.
Oh God, I can't even.
Don't
do
knock
that.
it till you try it, man.
What do you do while that's happening? Just cry and go, "I'm sorry, mommy." That really is childhood psychosis coming out. in
And
adulthood.
he does it live on your show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we steal that one?
Oh.
Sure.
We have to steal
Oh,
that one.
yes,
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I
We
could
have
not
to
even
steal
be
that
in the
one.
same building where that was going on without losing my mind.
Hey, we got a MiFi to give away, everybody.
The first caller that.
But instead of mentholatum, you got to use gasoline.
Wow, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that
true.
is.
You know,
Yeah.
other people want us to ride. No,
Their-
he wants to ride his mother like a horse while we spank her and yell "giddy up."
That's
Things
a
like
little
that.
issue.
And the guy's dead serious. He's not just calling
Dead
to
serious.
Yeah.
goof around. Because we get
Uh-huh.
the goof callers now.
Oh yeah,
No,
we
this
get
is
some
real.
good, but you think they're pretty real.
It's frightening that they're real.
What does his mother look like?
Good question.
Is she hot? Like a
Maybe.
hot? Nope.
It's radio. We don't know.
Oh, she never seen it. Okay.
I doubt it. Based on his voice, I don't know. It just.
That's kind of creepy.
Yeah, we've had MILFs on the show a lot. A lot of that.
And a lot of guys just whack
The mayonnaise in a
to
sock. Mayonnaise in a sock is a great, if your hand gets tired, try that.
Mayonnaise in a sock.
Mayonnaise in a tube sock.
Mayonnaise in a sock? I thought that was a David Cross CD.
I've never heard of that one.
It's like the homemade veg, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
What else can you use?
Quick and easy.
We get the peanut butter a lot,
sticky,
but don't use chunky. Use the smooth peanut butter.
Of course not.
What do you do with the peanut butter? On your hands or?
Yeah, and then you masturbate with it.
Ugh.
I don't know. We hear.
I don't know.
There's a few guys that like that.
Yeah.
Fred Durst, didn't he tell us about the cantaloupe?
Oh, yeah.
He's
you microwave it, but don't microwave it for too long because then it'll burn. But you've got to get it just warm.
You nuke it so it gets warm, and then you put
do a little hole in it.
We're giving everyone a lot of ideas today.
If you're standing there with a cantaloupe on there,
they have a lot
there
of
just better not be a mirror nearby, because if you get a gander at you doing that, you probably shoot yourself in the head.
That'd be a perfect time for a heart attack,
please.
And then mom has to find you
at home with a cantaloupe on there. Just wonder, because it's not like you're steadily dating and you're getting a lot of action, and one night you're not getting any, and you decide to go for the cantaloupe.
Yeah.
That's just months of not getting any action. That you look at the cantaloupe and go,
that looks pretty good.
That's a sexy cantaloupe.
I like it.
And your mother calls and said the juice man says that if you could replace a cantaloupe with a citrus.
Now, you've done a carrot.
We got to play that going into break.
Well, girls using fruits or
It's
vegetables
easier,
is different than a guy using it.
So true.
It's kind of a more accurate representation.
Right.
And also, it's very accepted for girls to use toys and devices. And I've heard a comic do this. Who the hell does that bit? But girls can use the dildo devices, and it's perfectly acceptable. But a guy has to use these weird things that's just like a chunk of an ass made of rubber.
Julie has one of those.
Hey, it's
I have one.
She has.
Really?
It's the Julie
Or
Ashton
just a
ass.
cut out private area, like you like you hacked it off of somebody.
She's got her ass in one of those boxes.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah.
Your ass was used as a model for that?
Yeah.
Nice.
Do you remember we had one on our TV show that was like this rubber thing, and it
looked like a Cornish hen.
looked like a Cornish hen, for real. So people, will just stick their thing in that.
But that's men for you. I mean, whatever.
It doesn't take much.
They'll put it in there.
It
You have to
doesn't.
sign your own butt when these guys come walking up to you. They walk up.
It's kind of heavy,
It's
so
really
they don't
heavy.
really carry it with them.
That's creepy,
know,
man.
it's
We
kind of
had
a
one of
keep it
those at
home
the
toy.
studio, and we'd slap it down on the table and just make some vulgar sound when
That
it
awful
hits
noise,
that
yeah.
rubber hitting the table, knowing it's ready for action.
It's ready.
You could
Give
smack it and lube it up with the KY.
Yep.
And then who's washing those things out? It just doesn't seem like something.
You got to throw all that in the dishwasher after you're done.
Like, that's the problem. Once you're finished, you're really not into anything afterwards, like cleaning up, because it just adds to the degradation.
We've talked about that on our show. When you're with somebody and you're doing some of this freaky stuff, it sounds like a good idea at the time, but then as soon as everyone's done, you're looking around like, oh, God, this is kind of embarrassing.
Yeah.
Who hasn't been drunk with their chick at some point and decided, let's get the razor out and shave each other. And it sounds like a great idea, and there's oil involved and shaving going on. And then you get done, and you're like, oh, God, I got to go to work. What if I have an accident? What if I got to go to the hospital? And then a couple of days, you're like, like you got the mange.
Absolutely.
And it just turns into a really bad idea.
We realized you messed up and shaved her head. Now she looks like she has cancer.
So he has to go
Sicko.
there. I'm sorry.
Sicko, you are.
Pig.
Yeah. Well, he
piggy.
doesn't grow hair on his arms. Look at that.
His
Really?
arms
That-
are so fine and hairless. Touch it. It's
Yeah,
like
touch it.
nothing.
What
Just touch
ethnicity
it.
are you?
What's that?
What hairless ethnicity are you?
I'm Irish.
Feel how
Irish
wispy.
with no hair.
Just
No
feel
hair.
how wispy.
Feel how
Hold
wispy
on.
that hair
Do
is
you
on
have
his
hair
arm.
down there?
You're so dainty. That's dainty.
For you listening at home,
There
this
you
is
go.
our new bit.
Smooth.
Enjoy it. I love that one. The twice so far.
Yummy.
That is
Scared me.
hilarious.
He does scare you. Yes, he
Yes,
does.
yes.
Whether he's doing that or not.
All right, well, we got to take a break. It's been great. We got to have you guys on the
Thank
show
you.
more
Vice
often.
versa. If you guys are in LA, we broadcast from Corn Valley, so we kind of have
Corn
the
Valley,
edge
LA.
on you guys.
Or you can bring us up where
no.
you're from.
No, screw it. We're going to Porn Valley.
Yeah.
Corn Valley.
Can we do that Monday?
Let's trade off.
Can we go Monday?
Is that on
Yeah.
the nav systems of the new vehicles?
Yes.
You just punching
Absolutely.
Porn Valley and it takes you right there? I don't even know where that
we
is.
got a broadcast from Porn
Where
Valley.
is Porn Valley?
Woodland Hills? Is that Woodland Hills? Right around there?
Chatsworth.
Near Silicon Valley?
Yeah.
Jimmy knows.
Very
Porn.
appropriate, isn't it? It's
Very
right below.
appropriate.
Porn Valley is right
Yeah.
below Silicon Valley.
Yeah, so come visit us.
Right by Vag Village.
Yeah.
It's off to the side, and you make a left. Yeah.
Oh, we could keep going on that. That's good.
Of course.
You guys
Wiener,
are great.
down across Wiener Way.
Wiener Way.
It's Julie and Tiffany, you guys. Let's hear it for Julie and
Thank
Tiffany.
you very much.
From the
Short
Playboy
drive.
channel on
Short drive up
XM
the Hershey
satellite.
Highway.
Yeah.
That old gag.
You know, I think as we go to break, Norton talks about his exploits with the prostitutes, okay?
Excellent.
He's very honest and open about it. But the problem is his mom listens to the show.
Oh.
And
Hi,
so his mom left this message on his answer machine at
Yeah,
home.
real message.
A real message.
Real message. Trying to give little Jimmy Norton some advice. So we'll check this out.
Hi, sweetheart. It's Mom. How are you? Jimmy, I know this is a little awkward, but everyone's fine here. But we heard the radio show. We love it, by the way. And you were talking about giving up, the ladies of the evening, which is a wonderful thing. But you know what? Dr. Phil always says replace something with something. So I was thinking, you have that nice gym downstairs. And, just for like 20 minutes to half an hour and you would feel better. Use that. And also there's gyms in New York you could go. You could exercise and you would feel a whole lot better. You'd lose a little weight, you'd tone up, and you relieve, tension and stuff, and you'd be meeting other people. I don't know, honey. I just thought it might be a good thing. I'm sorry. I'm interfering, I know. I'm thinking of you. Nobody knows I'm calling. So don't get offended or think I'm strange, but I am a mother, and I worry about you. You're doing so well. Everything's falling into place. This might be just one of the, the health thing. It would help you, sweetheart. Well, anyway, that's it. I'm not going to go on and on. I know it's not my business. But anyway, I love you, and I feel I can interfere because I'm your mother. I'm taking special license. But anyway, we're looking forward to seeing you at Christmas, and I really hope you can make it. And anyway, don't be mad at me, okay, sweetie? I love you. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Mike, go.
Hey, what's up? All right.
No, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I just wanted to say last night on Playboy Radio, those girls that you guys had on were just trash, and you guys, forget about it.
Are you trying to start a fight, sir?
No, I'm not. I was on whackbag.com last night. We were talking about it.
Really?
Yeah, it's true, man. I'm telling you.
What were they saying?
They were saying that they were saying that Jimmy had told them that Jimmy spent over $60,000 on whores, and they couldn't believe it. And
I never said. Hold on. I never said over 60,000.
No.
Well,
that's what they were saying. But they were just saying that you guys were trashing them, but they couldn't really say anything bad because they're with XM Radio also. So
Nah, dude. I think you got it wrong.
yeah, we didn't trash him. We were nice to him.
We had a really good time.
Yeah.
And off mic, they said they really enjoyed their appearance. So
that's not what they said. Maybe some other guys can call in because I didn't have Playboy Radio, but we were trying to get them to call in.
All right, well, let's see if we can get somebody to have that audio. I mean, I'm sure it's not that hard to get.
Yeah.
thank you, Mike. Well, we'll get to the bottom of it.
Sometimes people just like to start fights.
Yeah.
Why don't we get Chris in here?
Or they
Chris
get
Rush.
stuff wrong.
Although that would be kind of heartbreaking if they were trashing us because we were very nice to them.
Yes, of course we were.
But I would hate to lash out irresponsibly.
Right. Let's wait and see.
Good point, Ant.
Let's go to Oklahoma really fast. We got Chris Rush in the studio. Jaron?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Nice name. What's going on?
Good. How are you?
It's a girl, Opie, a girl.
We like girls. What's going on?
Ain't that nice? Oh,
Be nice to the girls so more girls call, please.
Yes, congratulations. You're our first female caller of 2005.
Wow.
Oh, that's awesome.
Took days.
Ain't I special?
Yes, you
I
are.
was listening to Playboy last night, and the girls seemed to think that y'all were intimidated by them.
No, we had a good time with them.
They did say that they had a good time with y'all, but they also said that y'all were trashing all the porn stars, and then y'all had to interview them, and so they kind of thought y'all were intimidated by them.
Wait, we interviewed them before we interviewed any porn stars.
Yeah.
I know, but they said that y'all were intimidated because y'all were saying that all porn stars were hoes and sluts and.
Well, porn stars are hoes and sluts. That's their job. What
Yeah, these porn stars are taking their jobs a little too seriously.
But you got to give the Playboy girl, let's give them the benefit. They may have said that being funny, like, and then they were kind of scared of it. They may have said that just kind of off the cuff, being silly.
Maybe.
And people are taking it literally and reading from a transcript. So why don't we hear the audio and then say horrible things that we'll have to.
All right.
To be embarrassed about.
Thank you, Jern.
I'm pushing out.
All right.
You know something, and I know us on this program, we kind of hope they are trashing us.
Yeah, we really are.
Because we're real asses like that. Because then if they are, we can, fight back.
Well, if they're method porn actresses, they gotta be sluts. I mean, you don't see much of that Puritan stuff.
No, of course not.
They are dirty girls.
They're filthy whores. Now someone will call up and say, hey, O&A was calling you guys filthy whores. No, we're calling the porn stars filthy whores, not the Playboy show girls.
Well, maybe Ben can get their numbers. They're in L.A., though. I don't even know if they're up yet, and we'll get to the bottom of
Let's
this
get to the bottom of it all. Good point.
So say hi to Sick Fuck. Sick Fuck, what's up?
Hello?
Oh, sorry, boss.
Can't hear you.
What's going on?
There we go. I'm trying to roll a blunt on the way to work.
All right.
I got audio for you. Let me cue it up right now.
Cue it up in your car?
Yeah, how do you cue up audio in your car?
It's hard to roll in an ambulance.
Mi-Fi, baby. The beauty of Mi-Fi.
Oh, wow. Hey.
There you go.
But they did get at the very beginning, the first thing they did is go to a phone call.
He said that's how they tried to get us was by the first caller out of the box was, Playboy sucks. You guys suck. I like such stories, but you guys give it bad advice and blah, blah, blah.
It's probably a friend of theirs.
All right.
You know what? Actually, there was one specific caller of ours that sounded like.
I know, but he loves us, so he would.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
No, I thought it was a setup. Oh, absolutely. I know you guys off exactly. That was the way they were trying to start to get us, And we were like, hey. And whatever. We just suck for a living. Yeah, that's the point. And still do it nightly with my husband.
I understand, right?
Hello.
I know what's going on. I'll explain.
You're married and you suck dick? I do. Beautiful. I do. Not nightly, though. That's pushing it. Right. 3 to 4 times a week. It's pretty impressive, though.
Really impressive.
Is it?
Yeah.
From a married standpoint, I'd say that's impressive. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Well, 3.5 years into it. See? Mm-hmm. Good to know. So, I suck. I'm proud of it. Sick. Sorry,
it's really hard to hear, dude.
Opie and Anthony came and did their show Saturday morning over where we were at the Los Angeles booth. And
how was that?
Well, I only stayed, but I had to go meet some other people back somewhere else. With that Playboy executives. Do some dirty deals there. I think Juan stayed for most of their show. I think.
What did you think, Juan? How did they?
It was more than I stayed.
How'd they do?
Well, I didn't really listen to much of it, but they never even acknowledged that I was there. Never said hello, never said nothing. I might as well not have been there. So,
what difference did you, Jordan?
Who's this guy?
Yeah.
Who is he?
I mean, they didn't even I'm there.
That's their engineer, Juan.
They're just sitting down, didn't even make eye contact.
So they went to the porn.
I had no clue who you were, you dickbag fuck ass.
And they had a blast. They had, I think Victoria Gibbons.
Should I pause it so you could talk a little?
Yeah. Pause it for a second. Because now we got to unload. Now, all right, the girls are fine. Who is it?
Well, the girls are saying that you set them up with that phone call, which was not a setup.
Yeah, they said that. Remember the first call that was taken? It was almost like the first call we just took with Chris.
Yeah, you don't know.
It was
someone called and wanted to talk to the Playboy girls and basically say they give out bad advice.
They gave bad advice.
But it was obvious the guy was a lunatic, and that's where the fun was. We weren't trying to set them up.
We sided with you.
We gave you like a softball. We lobbed it in for you girls to hit out of the park is what we did.
And they said they thought it was a setup. Well, that's them, being, I don't know, paranoid? Whatever.
Well, it's either that or deal with the unpleasantness that somebody called to say they suck. Sorry, he did.
More so is, who was that guy?
He's the engineer. Did we meet him?
Did we meet this engineer guy? Am I supposed to know every engineer from XM's face so that when we see him, we could give him the attention that he needs?
I met him and I spoke to him a few times.
He said that we wouldn't look at him?
Oh, they wouldn't look at me. They didn't acknowledge me. We had a show to do, you fucking idiot.
I didn't even know he existed.
What a shithead. What a complete
Everyone thinks
jerk.
you're so important.
I mean, not that it wasn't a great setup you gave us. A round table in the middle of the floor, you douches.
Yeah.
Who is this guy? Did we even see him?
Yeah, he was there. I spoke to him. He was nice
he
enough to
working
me.
side by side with Jaime?
Yeah, he was directly next to Jaime the whole time.
And we didn't give him the attention that he so needed from us.
I have no idea who this guy is. I have no clue. I was looking at Jaime.
He's sitting there
for accusing stuff.
In his stupid head, he's actually thinking that we did something on purpose, that we were so thinking of him that we on purpose didn't acknowledge him.
It's people like that keep a freezer full of pizza delivery boys. You know, have an internal world that's exaggerated and intense.
Hey guys,
self-important.
before this audio started, I forgot to record the first minute. They basically were saying that you guys were nervous that they were coming on because you badmouthed them for an hour before they got on.
What? Why? What?
That's what I said when I heard it. That's why I pressed the record button, but it was a little too late for the first minute. But there's a little more about Jimmy coming up.
All right. Let's
Ready?
listen in a little more.
We have all the regular people coming through, saying hi, but I couldn't really hear the show. And yeah, I mean, I was just hired to set up the equipment because they were using our gear. They had their own engineer from XM, who was a cool guy. He was doing CES, so he actually engineered the show for them. And so I just wandered around just to make sure for a little
Now, they're the same guys that at the end of their show, they run around to all the different booths, say, oh, this isn't for me, but a friend of mine loves you and wants your signature.
Yeah. Well, and these are the same guys, like, they're like, oh, you're a slut, you have sex for money, and then they're the same guys that, like, try to go out and get laid at a club on a Saturday night.
Right, exactly.
What kind of girl do you think is going to do
Well,
that?
there's a third guy on their show who, I don't know, has a reputation for doing a lot of that, and if he doesn't get it, he'll pay for it. He told us about it on the air.
Yeah, he's very open about that.
Yeah. I heard him say on the air one day he pays about $60,000 a year in prostitutes.
And so proud. Proud of person if you have to pay.
Pause that for a second.
Go ahead.
Well, sorry, I have to pay. And to Julie Ashton, if it wasn't for people paying for fucking, you wouldn't have made a living, stupid. You took it in the ass and deep throat. That was your job. You had to say that on your tax returns.
Job description.
What do you do for a living? I put my face in a pillow while a stranger treats my ass like an oil well. Yeah, I am open about it. I have to pay. Of course I do.
It's really too bad. We really had a good time.
We like them a lot.
And the engineer is just talking out of his ass.
The engineer's talking out his ass. And they're talking like that after the show, we were going up to them and getting autographs and taking pictures.
I didn't even.
I didn't take a picture with them.
I said thanks for coming.
I said thanks for doing the show.
We had a good time. That was it. No pictures. Nothing.
What are they talking about?
I think they meant all the porn stars in the convention.
Yeah, but I'm open about that. Opie and Anthony left, dude. They didn't talk to any porn stars. And they goofed on them, but you know what? They had people on, they joked about it, and they treated them actually pretty nice. So what? They goofed on them. It's a comedy show.
And they're porn stars.
And we left within minutes of the end of the broadcast.
And Jimmy, we know you love this
Me
stuff.
and Steve ran around.
Steve, of course.
And I'll be the first one to tell you I run around, and I don't make enough to spend $60,000 on prostitutes. I certainly would if I made more money. I spend a lot on hookers, but not that kind of money. Yeah, I'm open about it. Sorry, nobody ever paid me to pull my pants down and get fucked in the ass in 1974.
The engineer is stirring shit up. And the girls aren't even trying to deny it or say, hey, we had a good time on the show.
And the nerve of these two, this is what annoys me. They think that they were just two sassy gals that we couldn't handle. You dumb bitches. If we wanted to get you, we would have gotten you. We were nice to you because we liked you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it turned out, we liked them, but the reason they even came on our show is because they need help with their channel. And Kevin's like, it'd be a nice help for the Playboy channel, which is dying a slow death. I mean, there's only two.
They just fucked themselves.
There's only two premium channels on XM right now. It's us and Playboy, and we have at least twice to three times the audience they have, and they're losing listeners every day. So Kevin's like, "Can you do me a favor? Get these girls on. They're pretty good, and they could use a little bump." I'm like, "Yeah, no problem. We had fun. It's too bad that they turned it into this because." I don't know. We didn't get this feeling when we were talking to him.
No.
And if there's one thing you should learn about this awful show is people here will be made to feel uncomfortable if there's something real going on. And the reason everybody here was nice to them is because we genuinely liked them. They were fine.
Right.
We spoke highly about them when we got off the air. Like, those girls were great. We should do something else with them.
Yeah,
Holy shit, is that aggravating.
I said to Kevin, I wouldn't mind getting them on the show on a regular basis. They were fun.
Because we didn't pull our hogs out and slap them in the face with it. We were intimidated.
Nobody
supposed to do?
was intimidated. You're not got these two saucy gals
Hey, man.
that really came in and laid it down, ladies. Nobody gives a fuck. You're a semi-attractive lingerie model, and the other one took dicks until the Susan Sarandon wrinkles started to show up. Sorry, we were too intimidated by you, lovely chicks.
Where's this coming from? Didn't we see them after when we came back and they were real nice to us?
Go listen to the interview. I mean, it speaks for itself. We weren't intimidated. We had a lot of fun. And that first call was not a setup.
No, it wasn't a setup.
You try to make interesting radio, someone's calling in saying the girls don't give great advice. You're like, well, if the girls are doing radio, they could handle themselves. Let's see where this leads. And it turned out the guy made a complete fool of himself during that phone call.
And we backed them up. We backed them up.
What kind of advice do they give? Like, use your left hand. It feels like somebody else is doing it. I mean, these are girls we jerk off to. I'm losing touch with reality. You're talking about porno stars and Playboy people who basically people jerk off to, right?
Yeah,
and they have
pretty
this
much it.
incredible sensitivity level. Wow, makes you wonder about physicists and nurses.
The advice that they didn't that the guy didn't like was what was it? The ass shaving. It was asshole shaving. He called up and said they gave bad advice on shaving an asshole.
Wow.
Yeah. Well,
what? So, all right. Well,
they drive you out of the village if you're an expert on that.
But just the fact that they thought that anyone was intimidated by them or we were nice to them because you don't want to get on her bad side. She's quite a pip. Nobody gave a shit. It was genuine. We were nice because we thought they were nice, and we talked about them off the air when they weren't around and spoke highly of them.
Is there any more audio, sir?
Yeah, there's about 20 seconds you're going to get annoyed at it right about now. Ready?
All right, let's listen.
Hey, I mean, it's better than going without, if you ask me.
No, it's $60,000. You can put that money to good use.
So the thing, though, is how can you knock somebody like us for what we do, and then you turn around and you're paying? Right, exactly. You're just, yeah, well, you know what, to me that is? It's the same thing that drives me crazy. When there's a sting operation or whatever, and all the hookers go to jail, but all the Johns get sent home. Yeah. You know, I mean, it's the same thing. Heidi Fleiss, she is not, you know, the guy that visits the prostitute is not doing anything wrong. Right. You know, it's the hooker. Well, excuse me, you're both fucking, right? So, but, you know. It's just men for you.
I want to say one more thing about your signing at the XM booth.
Pause this for a minute, dude.
I went back into the green room as we were leaving.
Yes.
The fact that this guy, I hope your first kid is born dead. Did he actually say you could take that money and put it to good use?
To good use?
You nerd.
He is putting
I
it
am
to
putting it to
good
good
use,
use.
you
Here you
idiot.
go, miss. Do what women do. That's what you do.
That's why he's an engineer, not on the radio.
Absolutely.
Of course you're putting it to good use.
Here's your job. That's your job. Plug and unplug while nobody looks at you,
In
stupid.
Jimmy's world, he's putting it to good use.
That
Do
engineer
you understand that?
Is a jackass.
He's a douchebag who wanted some acknowledgement. Instead of coming up and going, hello, I'm the engineer, everybody would have talked to him and said hello.
We're supposed to, I'm supposed to poke Jimmy in the side and go, Jimmy, I think that's the engineer.
That's the guy.
That's the guy. Let's go over and say hi.
These are guys that want a cape with their initials on it but won't admit it.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
right.
Exactly.
That's pretty much it, huh, Sick F?
Well,
hold on
wait.
a few
Yeah, they
more
were saying
seconds.
something about going back into the green
hold on.
room, so let's hear that.
Oh, okay.
Sarah was very happy.
Oh, my God. You know, because XM just got this baseball contract. So I walked back, and there's Greg Maddux in there. I mean, he's won like 3 Cy Young Awards.
If I had been there the day before with Cal Ripken, you would have seen a different. I would have been a bowl of Jello. Oh my God! Have you seen his eyes?
He has those glow in the dark eyes.
Oh.
Nice guy. They said he was the best guy.
Oh. Anyway, we have to take another break. And Carl flying over base.
I think that's it from these hoes. But I don't know if you heard it before. They were saying these are the same guys that go out and try to get laid on a Saturday night.
Oh, yeah, they did
Yeah,
say that
what?
before. Yes, that is what I do.
No, we don't have to try to do anything. Trust me.
Try to get laid
Trust
on
me.
a Saturday night.
All right, here's the deal. To the twats on the Playboy channel, we have a much bigger audience. So if you have a problem with us, you call us anytime, and we'll discuss this.
But why
Don't hide behind your little audience that's getting littler every day, and they're going to probably cancel the channel or get new hosts. You call us up, and we'll work out our differences.
Yeah, we'll
okay?
hash it out. You want to hash it out on the air? We'll be more than happy to.
And don't say no. Come on our show. No, see, we have a much bigger audience, so we'll do it right here in our forum. Okay? We'll see what kind of radio chops you really do have.
And that engineer. Oh, Elo, Fire him. I want him fired.
He's just happy that 2 chicks were listening to him, and he felt rejected and embarrassed because nobody on the show talked. It wasn't, first of all, it wasn't personal. I would have spoke to the guy. No, we were all worried about doing the show.
We're doing a show.
It's a very open setting. We're a little nervous. Like, is this going to go well? How is this going to be? Is the equipment going to work? We're all focused on that crap.
We're reading newspaper. No. We're just prepping for the show.
You guys are being too nice. Here's the deal. Anthony and I meet so many people, especially when we're on the road. If you don't make an impression right away, you're forgotten. You're completely forgotten. That's how it works.
Unbelievable.
I shook your hand and maybe 20 or 30 other hands probably in that same hour. You were forgotten. You're a zero. You're a nobody. Sorry. You didn't say anything that was stimulating or interesting enough for me to go, oh, wow, I got to remember that person. He was kind of interesting. It was a handshake, and that was it.
I don't think about it. The guy can't. If I shook his hand as one of the engineers, it's one of 50 people that I met.
If he was lined up right now with a bunch of others, I swear on my life I couldn't pick out the guy. I have no idea what he looks like.
Even if he was saying, "I'm the engineer," I still wouldn't know which one he was. Nobody looked at you, stupid.
Sounds like he should be a criminal.
What a self-important
I can't pick him out.
What a self-important jackass.
And just these two, this is what even annoys me before. Like, we first hear that they're trashing us. Well, let's just see if it's true so we don't just bash them for no reason.
Yeah.
Right. We didn't just jump up and start trashing them, you
What kind of
dummies.
fucking people did you meet? It sounds like a guy with a Viking helmet with day glow on it that wants to be
Whores.
noticed.
Whores.
They were just 2 girls from the Playboy channel who host a show who we were erroneously nice to, but that will not happen again. But we were intimidated because they were the type of gals that'll really put you in your place. And nothing scares a bunch of dumb guys like a gal with 6 shooters. Don't want to get out of her. Get on her bad side, guys. Ooh. She's all full of piss and vinegar. Watch out for her.
Look out. She's saucy.
Party doesn't start till you walk in, does it, hun? Elbow to the ribs. You and your fake tits. Drop dead. Stupid.
I hate fake tits.
I do too.
Why?
Get that surgery to get the approval
They're
of
made
men.
of the same stuff that your lawn furniture is made of. You might as well fuck your lounge. And God made huge round tits that don't droop so you could be in awe. You see a pair of tits that look like Snoopy worshiping the moon and they weigh 11 pounds. That's something to thank God for, like the redwood. Not some asshole in a lab who goes, more nipple, Formula 21. You know, that's bullshit, man.
I can't wait to call Adam Ferrara.
Yes.
I want to thank Adam.
We love Adam.
We do love Adam. You're friends with Adam, right?
Yeah, for years, man.
I definitely want to give him a thank you call today. Let's say hi to Brian in Brooklyn. What's up, Brian?
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Hi.
I think it's time for Assault on Playboy Radio. Maybe you get Ray to call and a couple of
That'd be fun.
Attack and destroy them.
Yeah.
No, don't do that because their listener might call us.
Well, maybe XM can use it as a promotional to get those bitches some more listeners.
Attack and destroy them and tell them they need to come on our program to discuss this and stop hiding behind their tiny little audience.
Punch out, guys.
All right. It's on. Game on.
What they confused was this. You guys teasing porn stars. I'm nice to porn stars. I'm open about it. We're all very consistent.
Yeah.
And we all were extremely consistent in the way we behaved. You guys were out of that porn place by 12:10. Not that you hate the porn stars, but that's not your thing. You went and gambled. I stayed with Steve because A, I wanted to get audio, B, because I'm a dirtbag.
The only reason
that's why I stayed.
And the only reason it took so long, it took 10 minutes to walk from where we were to the front door.
Right.
I wanted out of there.
Oh, right
my
after
scene.
they were taking pictures with everybody and getting autographs.
Oh, they
and
might
saying,
mean
I
me.
love you. And
I got a picture with Greg Maddox. Although, if I would love to have seen her there the day before because she would have been jello with Cal Ripken. Well, I probably would have matched your original tits before the surgeon got there. That's what you do for a living. That's why you're good with a microphone. It reminds you of a black cock in your face. Stupid.
Nobody respects porn stars. You know how much they spend on mouthwash in a month?
Dude, I love porn stars.
I love them if I have a rosin bag.
I love porn stars, and I respect the business. That's why I did well when I hosted the AVN. Hey, but I'm very consistent with that.
99.9% of all normal males on Earth masturbate. Not at the same time, because it would knock the Earth off its axis. But if you get, like Bolivia up, New York down, you're cool. And I don't know what the 1% does, but I wouldn't leave town and let them watch my pet. So porn stars stimulate people to do a natural thing. Jerk off.
Dustin Diamond's title is in jeopardy.
To call, please hang up and try again.
All right, well, hang up.
Was that the Playboy hotline?
All right. Hey, Sick F, thanks so much for the audio.
Thank you, man.
No problem, man.
All right.
How do you not love the Mind Five? If this was serious, we would have got that call in 3 months.
Cody the trucker, what's going on?
Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
I was just wondering why you don't just say, I don't care.
I don't care.
We don't care.
We don't care.
Yeah, we all know you just don't care.
The Playboy bitches. What? I don't care.
All right, punch it out.
Uh-oh, I'm worried, dude.
Well, what's wrong?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to get on their bad side.
Oh,
Those two.
they're plucky.
Oh, those two are pips. Once they get on your...
Don't they understand? You don't want to mess with us. Even Howard doesn't mess with us.
I don't care.
You have no idea what you're getting yourself into, ladies.
They're scary. Julie and Tiffany do a heck of a show, and they're firecrackers.
And the sad part is, if you thought we were intimidated or had a problem with you, you were right there. You were 2 feet from me. You don't want to go down this road. You really don't. And I guarantee they won't. They'll puss out. They won't come on our show to discuss this. Yes, Chris?
The whole concept of the Playboy radio show is a little confusing to me. How do you hear a nipple or a clit? Because, any kind of advice you're going to get is going to be like really lame advice. Like, you go in and out. In and out, that's right. And swallowing is optional. I mean, what kind of advice is this bullshit? Playboy is to look at and aim at. The only thing they could do to improve the magazine is Teflon treat the pages so they don't stick.
Dustin Diamond had a really good run, too, man. He had a great run. You gotta give him props for the run he had.
Damn.
You speak the truth, Chris. You speak the truth.
Oh, man, I hope they don't find out what we said. We were just kidding, girls.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want them to start going off.
The wrath of those two.
Oh, and those
boy.
two go. Because you hear when she said that if Cal Ripken had been there the next day, she would have been like Jell-O. I'm like, man, you don't want that kind of wit coming after you.
No.
You want to stay out of her sights.
Yeah, we can't compete with that.
Oh, she's good. They're intimidating.
We can't compete with wit like that.
I mean, a lingerie model and an over-the-hill porn actress. I mean, my God almighty, I can't picture two more frightening people to be across the microphones from.
Make a hell of a midget wrestling team.
There's just so many phonies in this business because they were right there.
Yep.
They were right there.
I was impressed that she was in I think it was the Della Miss Jones, actually. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
You were very nice. That is so aggravating when you're genuinely nice to someone and you like them and you speak highly of them off the air when they're not around, and then they well, you were scared of us. Oh,
and then they gotta get on and bash you for some reason.
Tom from Kentucky, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys? What's up, Snookums?
Hi, Angel Face. How are you?
Oh, just lovely. The sad thing about it was last night, what y'all were trying to do was actually helping them. And there at the end, there was a guy that called in. He was like, oh, I heard y'all on O&A, and that's why I called in and got it. And now there's going to be like a complete invasion on them, so they're just totally screwed.
Yeah, let's see what kind of radio they can do now if they're brave enough to even throw our callers on the air. Even Howard's not brave enough to throw our callers on his show. So.
I don't care.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes.
It's going to be a complete riot. You guys suck. Bye.
All right.
I'll bet you in the meeting today, at least one of those dummies says, we have to batten down the hatches.
Oh.
They're going to say something awful like that. Like
batten down the hatches.
Ready to do a little battle.
Well, the whole Playboy channel is failing miserably.
Of course it is.
It's bleeding money at this point, and, we were trying to do the right thing for the company and for our show because we knew we'd get some good radio out of it, and, well, good luck to you.
We thought they were fun. We thought they were good on the air with the show. We enjoyed them.
It was good. I liked them.
Not as much as looking at some part of their body, which is what the hell they do professionally.
Of course.
I don't give a shit about her uvula or how well she says vowels. It's can she crack a walnut with the cheeks of her ass. That's where it's at. Otherwise, I'm losing touch with reality. I've been up 24 hours. You're talking to me about pussy that makes noise on the fucking radio. Who gives a shit?
Right.
Have lost would have been better in that statement, but let's go to Paul in Texas. What's up, Paul?
Yeah, I thought it was kind of interesting the way you guys were talking about the ratings. I don't know how long you guys have been on the air now, 3-4 months, and they've been with XM for who knows how long. I subscribed to your show and their show at the same time, just kind of check them both out. And after 4 days, I had to shut them off, man. You know, I like the erotic stories and everything, but I don't know if you've ever heard 5 women in one small room giggling and cackling and crap about shopping and just...
Hate to say it, man. Women on the radio stink.
Can I tell you, the only time 5 women in a room are funny are when Richard Speck walks in.
Women on the radio, you know, they just stink. They've been trying to get a woman to do the radio show with Anthony and I for years. It'll never happen.
Stop it.
Never happen.
I want no bitch in here.
Yeah.
Then
Her
like,
stupid sensibilities.
Then they're like, well, can we
no.
just get a woman to just, you know, cackle in the background for 4 hours? Like, no, that ain't going to work either. Women on the radio stink.
Now, guys, they'd be here to a woman would be here to keep us in check.
Even keel.
Even keel. Keep us in check. Make sure we don't get too outrageous.
We'd laugh at that guy with his pants being pulled down by the water as his penis, and she'd go, oh, well, at least he's all right.
At least he's safe and sound and with his family.
She'd ruin it with her dumb woman sensibilities.
Stop it. And then eventually they'll bring up sexual harassment charges because you said something stupid on the air.
That's what happens.
Exactly, or she walked in and, you know, we made a remark.
We have the Playboy audio, a clean version, Anthony.
Uh-oh.
Well, no, that is actually the phone call that we took when they were on our show that they claimed was a setup.
Oh, okay.
They have...
All right, what do we got, Eric?
They have it in the delete. They have the actual Playboy show of them ragging us.
Let's hear the call that they say we set them up, which no one on this show sets people up like that. We don't do it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a call like, they suck, they're terrible. There wasn't some venom-filled call with some guy going, they give bad advice. Okay, address it. And they addressed it.
Is that it?
Yeah.
All right, so here's the call.
I guess we can listen to a little bit of the call.
When they first came on?
Setup.
This is when they first came on with us in Las
sounded.
Vegas.
Dan from Wisconsin has a problem. Let's say hi to Dan. Dan, what's up?
Danny.
Dan, we got you?
Yeah.
Hey, Dan, go ahead.
Julie and Tiffany aren't there yet, are they?
No, they're coming in a second.
Why are you going to bash them?
Because their show is lame. They offer lame advice, and I feel sorry for anyone who has to pay $4 a month for their show.
It's $2 a month.
$2 a month? No, it's $3.99 a month.
Oh, is it? Oh, so you don't like their show? I like their show.
When I've heard of it, I've liked it.
Some of the
this guy.
So far, we're nothing but nice to him.
Yeah, real bashing. That's real horrible
I don't
stuff.
see anything nasty there, but I'll tell you, spending this much time on this doesn't give me a lot of hope for Israel and Palestine. You know, Gaza is a little bit more.
Kind of making a mountain out of a molehill. Is that what you're saying there?
Yeah.
Well, we have nothing else to go to today. That's the reason. And
well, they're going to have the guys.
Let me see that.
You know, we're.
What's the rest of that? What's the rest of that audio? I definitely want to hear that because I know that.
Is that her, Anthony?
Yeah. Wow. I got more pictures of her.
All right. Well, here's
This chick doesn't stop bugging me for my number.
So far, there's nothing there really. We're nothing but cordial to them.
And if you listen to some of the guys who call in asking for help, you know, they just pull whatever out of their butts, you know.
They're pulling stuff out of their butts, and you don't like that?
You sound like a guy who's an expert. Maybe you should give advice.
Julie, this is a horrible way to meet, but this guy doesn't like your show.
See, I even acknowledge that it's a horrible way to meet because we didn't. I mean, there are times, you know, Jim was actually lying. There are times, I'll set up people bad. Real bad. But in this case, we just took this call.
No, what I mean by setup is not that you wouldn't allow them to get punched in the face verbally, but it's not like a phony phone call setup like we have a guy calling in. That's when they said setup. I'm thinking they mean that we had a guy. Okay, call in and do that. No, we don't do that.
Oh, not at all. No. It was just a listener with an honest opinion or whatever.
Whatever.
He's like, I don't like this show. I don't think.
To the tsunami?
Sir, what's an example of advice that you think that was bad? Maybe the advice was good.
She's got a problem with butt hair. This guy calls in and he's talking about butt hair or whatever. She's like, shave it off, you know. No girl deserves to go through that. But his girlfriend or something says that she actually likes it. So.
Don't shave it, just trim it.
Yeah.
Hello. Can you imagine shaving your a-hole?
No.
prickly when it grows back.
Ooh.
Just keep it trimmed. I mean,
Like
we're
you're
gonna lick
holding a-
around there. We don't want pubes, you know.
Like you're holding a pincushion between your cheeks.
Exactly.
Hey, we're all fun
Dude,
and
there's
nice.
something to be said for a smooth hiney, and I'm not just quoting the Michael Jackson article again.
Which we really got to get to in a few minutes here. All right, well, Dan, you don't like the show. There's plenty of people that are enjoying them.
You know what? That's why XM has over 100 stations.
Right.
Just pick another
there's
one.
only one that gives you a rod each time, and this one doesn't do that, so I don't think
This
you're
guy,
doing your
well,
job.
in this guy's defense, he sounds like a very exciting guy that probably needs a lot more. Let me tell you, it just seems like your advice is shut up.
Give me a break.
Well, what do you find exciting then?
I like the sexy stories.
All right, so so you
There
like
you
their
go.
show then? You like that segment of their show?
That's not part of their show, though.
That's pretty funny. I like the sexy stories.
Well, they do a different type of show.
Not their show.
What do you want to do? Just whack your bag 24 hours a day on the station?
The guy didn't like ass hair advice, and he's
What?
freaking out about it.
I want to know what he would like us to talk about. Like, what's sexy to you?
Well, yeah.
Besides sexy stories, give us some of your key.
Well, it's kind of hard to be sexy on the radio, and sexy to me is like sexy stories. Give us some of your past stories of...
Why don't you give one, she's saying? Why don't you say something
Yeah.
that you think is sexy so she'll have an idea of what
Yeah,
it is
what
that
do
you're
you find,
looking
like,
for?
yeah,
I
what
like
do
to
you find
hear what
sexy?
she's done with her boyfriends in the past.
How about you say something?
What do you like to do?
Go ahead, give the girls a sexy story,
Yeah.
sir.
A real one.
Well,
About
I'm
how
a
you like-
19-year-old boy, and a couple of years ago, I was with this girl, and her parents really didn't like me, so I would take her to the woods and do things with her, do oral favors. And
How many years younger than you is she?
3.
All right.
Are you wanking off right now?
No.
Sounds like it.
He's out of breath. See, I think you're weird. Like,
Yeah,
you're
you-
actually
Sounds like
jacking
I'm out of
off
breath.
to Opie and Anthony,
Connection just
and you don't like our
That's
show.
why he doesn't like us. He's
All right.
Let's-
Let's.
you know,
I think he's
that way.
gay.
I want to hear his erotic story about last prom night. Well, I was home alone, whacking off with a...
All right,
Hey,
Dan, you don't
laugh
like the
about
show.
that. Come on. I know
Thank
you were
you,
doing it,
Dan.
Jimmy.
I believe me, I know I'm a zero. I just don't criticize hot chicks because I didn't give the advice I wanted them to give.
Aw.
In the woods with a girl, and I hit her in the head with a shovel
Right.
and buried the body in a shallow grave.
Who's more exciting, Dan from Wisconsin or Super Agent Bob Eatman?
Oh, I think that is Super Agent
Yeah,
Bob
just
Eatman.
might be.
I don't like your show. You need new representation.
He's mad because you wouldn't tell him how to dig easier in January when the ground is frozen.
All right, Dan, thank you.
All right, bye.
Bye,
I
fella.
know.
There you go.
Well, that's a bad way to meet each other. I'm sorry,
Well,
girls.
it's okay.
You
We
know,
like
tool.
critique. We like to hear all. You know,
absolutely.
give it to us.
Liar.
Yeah, big
Lying bitch.
obviously they didn't think it was okay because then they went on their show and thought we set them up.
All we did in that whole segment, and this is what makes me really irritated, is back them up, make fun of him. It's like if we were setting you up, do you really think that's the lame way we're going to go?
Yeah.
You dummies. God, that annoys me.
They didn't really give advice, like if you have a problem with premature ejaculation, rub it with a Turkish towel for a while. Stuff that works. I mean, I read in a book.
A Turkish towel?
What the hell's a Turkish towel? I'm
Yeah,
calling you
a
out
terry,
on your...
terry cloth.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to sound, politically incorrect by saying a Turkish towel. But terry cloth, that's what it is.
All right.
Yeah.
All we did was side with them and make fun of the caller, and those assholes thought we were intimidated by them and said, God, does that make me want to vomit?
Brett the trucker. What's up, Brett?
I learned today that them damn Playboy bunnies are going to get rampacked up the ass free by the WOW listeners.
Very good.
Good.
Your phone is overmodulating, but thanks, Brett. Rev, what's up?
What's up, guys?
Hey.
I learned that when we call Playboy Radio from 7 to 10 p.m. tonight, it's serious questions only, Army
Right.
people.
Yeah, I guess we called in a strike. Have fun with that tonight, people.
Serious questions only.
Of course. Playboy is getting really smart. Playboy has found a new way to peddle its nude pictures to gawkers on the go over their cell phones, Anthony. Color screens on the new generation of handhelds are perfect for beautiful pictures, said Playboy.com editor John Thomas. Last month, Playboy also joined the growing legion of porn purveyors marketing to handheld devices when it launched iBod, nude photos sized for the iPod photo. So,
does a producer for a Playboy radio show get upset that we didn't take pictures of him with the satellite phone, with the camera phone?
Yeah, that thing got messed up, man. I mean, we're going to have a Playboy update after the break.
Yes, an update.
Yeah, the girls did the right thing and decided they didn't want to get into a battle with us.
No?
No. We got some audio.
That's it?
So we'll finish that storyline that we started yesterday.
Storyline.
Well, we were talking in the office. This show's becoming like a soap opera. There's storylines that we have to, finish.
So weaved together.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's like a soap opera.
That's how people get addicted to it. They turn it on and they're like, "Who are these idiots?" And the next thing you know, they can't stop listening to it.
Yeah.
That's how you get hooked.
Yeah, the first when you listen to someone's critique of this show after just a day or maybe 2 days of listening, they get all pissed off. They're like, yeah, they're talking, but I don't know who they're talking about or what they're saying, a lot of inside jokes. Then after a couple of weeks, it's done.
The best part of the
now
show...
you know some of the inside stuff, and it pisses you off that...
the best part of the show is the inside jokes. When you're in on that gag, we used to explain everything, remember?
Yeah.
We just got lazy. And it worked.
We don't care.
It worked in our favor.
Yeah.
Because when you're in on the inside jokes, then the show makes a lot more sense.
Of course it does.
You literally can't miss a minute of this program.
No.
We refer to Monster Rain all the time, but if you don't know what Monster Rain is, you're out.
Is there anyone listening to this show that doesn't know what Monster Rain is?
We had probably another. I'm guessing. I can't say the numbers, unfortunately, but there's a lot of people that are signing up every day.
I know.
There are people hearing us for the first time today, and we've been doing this over 3 months already.
You think the first time today, or maybe they listened with a friend and decided to get their own.
There's
so
definitely
they
people
know about the show.
Are hearing us for the first time today. If you want, call us up and prove it.
If this is the first time you're hearing us, give us a call.
You have no idea what donkey sausage means. You have no idea what Chester means.
I still don't know what donkey sausage means.
You don't understand the Javalog thing. I mean...
I still don't understand the Javalog
Relax.
Javalog.
There are a lot of people that understand the Javalog.
Hey, let's go to Joe in Philly. Joe?
Fortunately, they all work for the Gay Men's Health Crisis.
Easy. Joe. Kyle, what's up? Hey.
Playboy Radio last night was hilarious.
Why was
Those
it?
girls were sucking your cock on the radio last night. They had the idea that you should have Opie and Julie and Tiffany. But set you two up. One of them come out there, one of you go out there.
What, switch radio partners?
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, and then they had
get the wacky horn out for that one.
That's
then they had Then they had the great idea of both of them doing your show and you guys doing their show and just fool the listeners.
We kind of do their show and everyone else's show all at the same time. We touch on the sex thing. We do a very good job at it, and then we do other things. Then we do current events. Then we do a little Sean Hannity. Give you a little we do a little Playboy Radio. Then we give you a little Sean Hannity.
There you go.
Maybe a little CNN, right, Ope?
A little CNN.
Sure.
Well, then they had.
That's what makes us great. We could do anything.
A couple of callers got through before they started basically really sorting out callers.
Yeah.
Like one person said that Chester wanted to join in a menage a trois.
Oh, I heard that one.
Chester? Oh, really? We're trying to get the audio. We should have it in a few minutes here. So
it's on Whackbag, actually. Somebody
that is funny.
Whackbag.com?
Yes.
Whackbag.com, one of our message boards, has some of the audio from last night's show.
I got to laugh at it.
They had one guy last night that called in, and they asked him, what are you calling in for? He said, I don't know. Someone called me to tell me you needed listeners, or you needed callers, so I called in.
Nice.
Where they're actually having people call in for them because they were scared all of the callers on the line.
Right.
Well, I know someone, let's just say Donkey Sausage chick I talked to online, and she's like, I'm on hold. Well, no, just, it was business, of course. And she said she was on hold. And
I was on hold for an hour.
He
doesn't know.
All right.
Doesn't shut up.
Thanks, man.
Well, you see, I was going to him to start the Playboy conversation.
Well, that's good. That's real good that you were going there. What?
So I was...
yeah, and what I did was I listened last night.
Anyway, Anthony, so the...
Yeah, and then someone called, and they said donkey sausage, and we're talking about Chester the dog.
Well, I was on hold. I was talking...
And then another guy called up, as I just step on everything you say and interrupt you like a complete tool.
God, don't you understand how this show works?
She said that she was on hold for like 45 minutes, and then the guy got on the line with her and goes, look, you have to call back tomorrow. We're having a problem with some other show.
Oh, no.
Or something. Or some issue. But when I only heard a minute of Julie and Tiffany. And what I heard, they didn't sound like they were kissing anybody. They said something along, like, somebody had called it and said something. And she's like, and that's exactly the type of guy that calls that show. So that's all I really heard of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, Anthony, so let's set this up. What happened now with the Playboy girls?
Oh my goodness!
We talked to them at CES, and we thought we got along with them. And the first caller, because we're thinking they're radio savvy, was a caller that just didn't like the sex advice they give. So we figured we'd have some fun with the guy, but they took it as we were setting them up, and possibly it was one of our guys calling in, which it just wasn't. It was just like a ton of phones on the screen, and I just made a split-second decision. Let's just go to this guy to start this off. That's all that it was.
There you go.
A conversation starter, right?
Conversation starter. So then they took it the wrong way and like trashed us, and then their producer was all pissed off that we didn't acknowledge him or something.
Yeah,
I don't even remember meeting the producer of their show.
I don't know.
Because I guess like then the following day at the porn convention, we had to move locations.
Yeah.
We were at this real nice convention center, and then we went to the Venetian the next day, and Jaime was there, who's just a huge supporter of the Opie and Anthony show, and there was another guy working with him that supposedly was some kind of Playboy producer or whatever. Yeah. And he was helping Jaime out that we met the day before. I don't know. We meet so many people.
And his big problem was that we didn't. He was like, yeah, I was standing right there as they were doing the show, and they didn't even acknowledge me. Like, what?
We didn't talk to Jaime either. We just went, hey, man, and that was it.
Yeah, we were doing a show.
And quite honestly, I don't remember meeting you. Sorry. That's what it comes down to.
He looked busy. He was plugging stuff in.
If he would have walked up and said, hello, I'm the engineer, nobody would have done anything but been nice to him and said, oh, hey, man, nice to meet you. Nobody would have been rude. It was just you're kind of in that zone where you're trying to make sure that we're in an outdoor space here or a big room.
Yeah.
You want to make sure that this doesn't suck because we're right on the carpet where people are going to be walking by with a round table. We're not used to doing this.
I think he was like the big dick out of this whole thing. Was him.
Yeah, I think
so. And I think the girls got into something because he started some crap. I don't know.
So we called in a assault last night. We do that from time to time. We have a huge O&A army, and they wait for marching orders. And we decided to attack last night, and I guess it got quite fun on their show last night. What are you looking at, Anthony?
I'm just looking at what's on the phones.
You want to go this way?
Sure.
All right. Doughboy.
What's going on, boys?
From whackbag.com. What's going on?
It's actually kind of funny how non-fans just don't get it, because that Chester call, it was somebody called up just goofing, obviously saying, Chester wants to join in the fun, and then Tiffany or Julie, whatever asswipe answered, was like, this is exactly the type of asswipe caller that calls into that show. And then they went into some rant about how they have rules and there's no bestiality. So they took it seriously. It was just totally fucking gay.
Do we have the audio? I heard that call.
Yeah, we're getting the audio. Steve should have it in here in a few seconds. All right, thank you, bro. Let's go to Oklahoma and say hi to Cliff. Wow, the O&A Army from all over the country helping us out on this one. Yes, Cliff.
What's happening, fellas?
Hey,
Hattie. Hey, I'm a new O&A Army member, by the way. But last night I was on hold several times, and the last time I was on hold for about an hour and a half.
Wow!
And I got put on hold as hoo-hoo because I was in a relationship that I just didn't care about. He goes,
nice.
He goes, what's your name? I said, hoo-hoo. He goes, what? I said, hoo-hoo. He goes, hoo-hoo? I said, yeah. He says, okay.
I don't care. I don't care.
I don't care. I just don't care. Yeah, by the way, guys, I was the one, I called in the other day as Dave when I nailed all three of you.
Oh, yeah, you did a good job with that.
Very good.
Yeah, appreciate it, guys. You guys suck. Have a good one.
Thank you, mister. Bye, Angel.
That guy's hilarious. Dugout Doug from whackbag.com. What's up?
Good morning, gentlemen. How we doing?
Pretty good. How did it go last night?
Oh, it was wonderful. It was pure poetry in motion. We had an off-site, off-of-whackbag meeting place where we had the audio that happened to have been shared so everybody could listen along.
Wow.
They got 2 phone calls into the show, which is all phone calls anyway. They dumped every call and never took another call from someone they didn't know again.
Wow. You know what's funny about the O&A Army? And, I mean, these guys have such a thing set up. Now they got, other websites and other areas to go.
They got, a meeting place, a staging area.
Right.
And then they got a monitoring area that they can then go and listen in on the audio.
Honestly, this is stuff we don't even know how to get to these places. All of a sudden, we call in a strike, and they'll go, all right, no more posts on the message board. You guys know where to go. Wink, wink. We'll see you there.
That's it.
This show has gone so underground, it's not even funny.
It's great.
Good morning, my little motherless semi-abortion.
Hello, cancer bosoms.
They were definitely sucking your guys' cocks last night for the first 5 minutes of that show.
As well as they should.
They did nothing but kiss up, and then we were just relentless.
Dude, we said it yesterday, even Howard doesn't want to get into a battle with us. Trust me.
I don't care.
The Playboy girls do not want to, get into a battle with us.
But we want
Especially for no reason. When we like them, and it's like we don't want to start a fight with them.
We pretty much kissed their ass during the interview. We liked them. We thought they had some radio chops. They were pretty good.
Go.
They were pretty good. Thanks, bro.
You guys actually have the audio clips?
Yeah, Steve just handed them to me. So
Steve there in his flaming Superman shirt is
wow.
working on them.
Look at that, Steve. Where'd you pick that one up?
It's an S, but let me just it's an S like the Superman symbol in flames.
Eric gave it to me.
Martini Steve. Martini Steve.
Yes, Steve?
Eric gave it to me for Christmas.
That was a Christmas present.
It was.
Very nice.
And another fan sent me this hat for Christmas
yeah,
as
it's
well.
a flaming hat with a martini
glass
in the middle of it.
In the middle and flames shooting off the side.
Exactly.
It's a pretty cool hat.
Wow, that is nice.
He's really enjoying this flame thing, man.
I really am. I'm getting a kick out of it.
You love it though, right? That's what you wear.
This is why I'd wear this even if you guys ignored it. I'd wear this shit.
Yeah.
So.
Wow.
We got to get you a flaming tuxedo.
How great would that be? I love that.
The flaming
A
cummerbund.
tuxedo with flames shooting off of it. Nice.
That'd be fun.
I noticed you don't really have any
on fire.
I noticed you really don't have any flaming tattoos, though.
I was thinking about getting a.
Well, now you're gonna have to get a flame on your body, right?
Well, the only space I really have on my arms left is from the elbow down. You really have to be committed, to get
forearms.
To get the forearms. If you're committing yourself to a lifestyle and to limited career options when you do the whole sleeve.
A lifestyle of being a bear.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're so cozy. What kind of face did he say you had? I wish I could remember that.
I can't remember from yesterday, right?
Friendly or
kind,
friendly, or
I don't know.
Loving, warm, comforting.
All apropos.
Yeah. Of course.
Well, thank you,
How
Jimmy.
cozy of you.
Let's go to Larry the trucker.
See him by a fire.
Larry.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, I called into the Playboy channel last night. I spoke with Julie and Tiffany.
Yeah.
And I guess one of their PDs, I asked him what his name was. He said he just referred to himself as their PD. So I guess he was one of their program directors, and they had nothing but good things to say about you guys.
All right, very good.
Constantly talked about how they loved you guys, can't wait to do a show with you guys, and all this and that. So I don't know what the deal is with them girls.
Huh. All right, I think we might have. I don't know. I think we're all right with them now, right?
Yeah, I just want to know why they were bashing us to begin with.
Boston Strangler, what's up?
Hey, morning, boys. Morning, sweet tits.
Good morning, flower bag.
Well, anyway, I was the second caller that made it through to Julie and Tiffany last night. I was Bernie from Brooklyn.
Oh, nice.
And basically, I tried to string them along as quickly as I could without giving up too much information, knowing how, these type of things worked. But they took it, hook, line, and sinker. But
really?
I really don't have anything else to add this morning. I just wanted to call in and let you know the Army struck, and we did really well.
You certainly did. Thank you. Let's one more. Eric's
Thanks,
from
buddy.
Colorado. Eric?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Wow, Eric, how's Dylan?
I have no idea.
All right.
Hey, I've been on their show. About a year ago, I was out visiting some friends in L.A., and I spent about an hour in studio watching their show. And, I mean, they do that show live, but I will say this. They've got one of their producers in the background that is just the biggest asshole and the biggest prick in the world. And I think that's where the majority of this came from, was this guy started it.
I'd love to know and get him on the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's where it came from.
We don't have to explain the Playboy thing anymore, right?
No.
If you're just tuning in, listen to the replay, because that was the setup, and then
Right.
we went off on a tangent, then commercials. So basically, the girls from Playboy Radio talked about us to begin their show yesterday, and they made it very obvious they do not want to get into a battle with you and I, Ant.
No.
So here's some audio.
We've been working here on XM for so long, and we know Opie and Anthony, but we've never got a chance to work with them before.
Yes.
Getting to be on their show and hang out with them, and they were so nice and gracious to us. It was just great to get to know them and to talk about maybe working with them again.
They were cool.
It was fun. I liked how.
Well, wait, what freaks me out is everyone.
Funny guys.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, everyone kept saying, "How did they treat you?" or "Are you nervous?" And I mean, to be honest, I've never even heard their show, but I wasn't afraid at all, and I thought they were cool.
They were very nice.
It's like when we do Man Cow, everyone's like, "Oh my God, he's so."
You know, when I was on Howard, everybody's like, "Oh, watch out, he's gonna get you." You know what? They've always been nice to us. They were both very funny and quick, and
it's called your job. When you're like those kind of jockeys, that doesn't mean honestly that's how you
not
are.
Who you are. Exactly.
It's kind of like me on Playboy TV and radio.
Yeah, and we're thinking about maybe we want to have them on our show and work with them in a couple ways.
They said they were going to come down and hang with us.
Yeah,
in Porn Valley.
I didn't know Gelman was.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see their show in LA. I think that they have a bum rap being in a city that doesn't have the access to the stars that we do.
New York City.
You know, I mean, we have an advantage living here and having the girls come in every day.
Should we trade places for a week?
I don't think I can do New York for a week, Tiffany. I've been banned.
I'll just, you know what? You're just going to stay in your room the whole time.
I'll put up a cot at the studio, and I'll just stay in studio for the entire week.
Hey, I thought of an idea. Wouldn't it be funny if for a week, seriously, you turned on Playboy Radio and you got Opie and Anthony, and you turned on Opie and Anthony and you got Tiffany and Julie?
Well, what if we mix and match? Opie and Julie and Tiffany and Anthony.
That's interesting. It should be Opie and Tiffany because we're both redheads.
Fine.
It could be the Firebush show.
That's terrific.
Or something like that.
I like that.
Yeah.
Fire.
I guess he wouldn't be a butch. He'd be a fire stick.
You know, can we go straight to Greg? He needs tips for the bedroom.
Oh my God! Leave the humor to us, and we'll leave the dildo talk to you guys. That's not funny. It's not a good idea. It's stupid.
New York? She feels bad for it. She's talking about New York City like it's Kansas.
Right.
Well, you know, New York, they don't have access to the stars or anything. No, because no one ever comes through New York City.
Maybe she's just seen our guest list.
Yeah, maybe. That's true. I'm not saying we can get him on the show, but we'd be in the same boat in L.A. We still wouldn't get anybody.
Yeah, who do we have on the show today? A grown-up Urkel? I mean, get us some guests, will you? Jesus. That's how the girls started their show last night or yesterday, whenever they do their show.
Uh-huh.
They backed down tremendously, which is a very smart move on their part.
And justified. We didn't do anything to them.
And you know what? I have to say this because we're pretty honest on this show. Just listening to that producer, ugh. Sounds like a Gelman wannabe, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, it was like, I could see...
It's not about you, stupid. Shut up and let the girls talk with their sexy voices. Shut up.
Why didn't he just call Ben or Steve and go, look, if there's a problem with this show, why didn't he just call and go, hey, what's going on? We thought you had a good time together.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this? And then it all would have been squashed before it ever hit the air.
I still have a bad taste in my mouth for that.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
No, I don't either.
No. There's a guy there. He was spouting all kinds of crap about, for some reason, us not acknowledging him at the porn convention.
And the $60,000 a year that I spent on hookers, allegedly, I could do good with.
Yeah.
What am I going to do? Send it to some tsunami charity so it winds up in Al Qaeda's hands? Because apparently that's what's going on.
There you go.
I put it back into the community. It goes right back into the community.
Yes,
Here's my hard-earned dollars. Here you are, Miss / Mr. Sometimes if there's a mistake made.
Here you go.
So here's one of our Army members getting into the show. This is just silly fun, I guess. Yeah. Let's take a listen. This was on Playboy Radio last night. Night calls.
You know, can we go straight to Greg? He needs tips for the bedroom.
We have this already. And you're the man.
There's the first inside reference, Greg, meaning
Greg.
Opie. So it's going to be something about me, obviously.
And here. Hey, Greg.
Hey, girls. What's going on?
How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, actually. I've come across a problem in the bedroom.
Mm.
And unfortunately, my girlfriend has fallen out of the loop of being sexual with me, and I'm trying to spice it up.
Okay.
And I'd like to know some ideas. Because I heard your show yesterday, and you were making fun of Anthony.
Oh, they dumped out of our names.
They dump out of that?
Okay. So I guess that was one of those calls that we're not
I
gonna
guess.
take. What?
Oh, you hear the producer?
He's just disgusted.
Because they're getting pounded, so, it sounded like a legitimate phone call, and then he mentioned that they had a problem with Opie and Anthony, but that was dumped down. You hear part of Anthony.
That's funny. I want to hear him go, ugh.
And then you hear the guy I could honestly say will never like.
Yeah.
Piping in again.
Yesterday, and you were making fun of Anthony.
Oh. So, I guess that was one of those calls that we're not
I
gonna
guess.
take. Why don't we go to
That's terrific.
I get he's just disgusted.
Just complete exasperation.
Oh, I gotta hear that again. Oh, my stars.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, boy.
Oh. So, I guess that was one of those calls that we're not
I
gonna
guess.
take. Why don't we go to Bernie?
That's fantastic. Terrific.
You could tell
That's
that guy's,
terrific.
You could tell that guy's just an ass.
Yeah.
You could just tell.
Oh, yeah.
So then the next call, we'll hear that part again, and then we'll let it roll. Then I guess they go into Bernie, as in Bernie Getz.
Oh. So, I guess that was one of those calls that we're not
I
gonna
guess.
take. Why don't we go to Bernie really quick?
I like the way that they try to disguise their bullshit with
Hey,
a
Bernie.
question.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Bernie.
I've been a big fan of you guys for a long time, Julie and Tiffany. Great show.
Thanks.
Well, anyway, I have a question. I was wondering if you can answer my question. It basically has to do with my girlfriend in a menage a trois, and I'm trying to get her interested.
Okay.
And the question is that I like to have my little friend Chester join us, but I'm not sure if she likes little doggies, and I don't think that she likes...
You're a fucking sicko, Bernie. Shame on you.
See, this is what I like, is that all of a sudden, these are the kind of callers that do call that show. And no, we don't like little doggies.
Little Chester. Oh, that is good.
That's
you
terrific.
assholes. Pests.
Oh,
Again, our listeners are pests.
Just pestering the other show. I heard that online last night. I really got a nice chuckle out of it.
Oh, that is funny.
See, that's what I mean by inside jokes. There's a lot of new listeners just tuning in XM today, and they're not in on that gag, unfortunately.
You mean Chester, the dog you kicked?
What? At this point, they don't go back to the phones for an hour, Anthony. They
For an
continue
hour?
to talk with their in-studio guest, plugging a sex book. And then, what is this, a Playboy regular?
Yeah.
All right, then I don't even know what we're about to listen to. Let's take a peek.
Wait, Rusty's got a question for Bart. I want to get you a question. Hey, Rusty.
Hey, how's it going?
How are you, baby doll?
Well, I got a message from Ace saying, you need callers, so here I am. Imagine that.
Thanks, baby.
Right on.
Yeah, all right. I get what they put together for us. What happened was because our guys were getting through like crazy and they were screening the calls.
Yeah.
They didn't take any phone calls for a long time, and that's what the whole show's about.
Uh-huh.
So then this is a regular that called and going, hey, I'm here. I know you need calls.
Oh, there you go.
And then the show was, and then I guess they just got like show regulars on the phone to complete their show.
They took maybe a few more phone calls, and then it was the next 2 hours just banter between them until they went off the air.
I noticed there was a lot of talk with the guest, which you're going to talk to the guest, but I noticed there was a lot more than a normal call-in show, I think.
Oh, that's a shame.
Well,
that would have been funny if a lot more of our listeners could have gotten through.
Yeah. Well,
it was still funny.
Because I'm sure I would have liked to have heard from little Connor Peterson.
Oh, yeah, Connor.
Connor would
Scott
have called.
from Modesto.
Scott.
Jimmy Robinson would have been nice.
Yeah, maybe.
Scott from Modesto with a little motorboat question.
Maybe somebody in his, Helen, who knows, all that stuff.
Helen and Jimmy Robinson could have called it. Ah,
that would have been some really good laughs.
Yeah.
That would have been some funny stuff.
All right, well,
Gene could have called and talked about his fetish of throwing a young boy down the stairs and then coddling him. And then not taking pictures with him.
Someone posted that on the message board. First he throws him down the steps and then he won't take a picture with him.
All right, well, good job by the ONA Army.
Yes.
Bravo.
Very good.
They have backed way down as well as they should. And I think we could all be friends again.
Yeah.
Right?
Except for the guy in there.
Yeah,
The girls, fine. You know, they're chicks. What are you gonna do?
And they're really hot.
Yeah,
They are hot.
They're very hot.
But the guy there, he just sounds like an ass.
He sounds like a dork.
No part of him.
So
They didn't like me very much, I don't think.
So we're gonna call off the army at this point, Anthony. It's over.
Yeah, for
it's
now.
over and done. It was a nice, quick little attack
for now,
just to show who's boss.
Mm-hmm.
So we're done with that.
We do now.
The only place that the Army is still called will be this weekend in Chicago at Vernon Hills Zanies.
Oh.
Yes.
Ugh, you're playing it at Zanies?
It's a good club, actually, in Vernon Hills, Illinois.
Is it?
Yeah.
I mean, zany.
Well, no, it's Zanies as opposed to
You're going to be zany
Oh.
in Chicago?
Zany
If
is
I
just,
walk on music.
That's more wacky than wacky.
Proving that comedy club owners just don't have a funny bone.
Nah, that's
they're
another comedy club chain, Funny
No,
Bone.
I know.
Hit me right in it.